Okay. Season 4, Week 4, Game 2 is about to start. Blastos just won Game 1 for Team ChopperTrading, so they are up 1-0. Next matchup is AtomicUpdate versus UFman on Yeonsu LE.
And for anybody who doesn't know, ChopperTrading is a helicopter exchange website. So if you own a helicopter and there's a particular one that you want instead of yours, let's say you've got a news helicopter and you want to get an Apache, you can trade up your chopper at choppertrading.com.
That's true. And IBM is a site that bad manners you. I guess.
If only we could combine these two companies.
A bad-mannered
chopper.
Yeah. Sounds perfect.
Upper right-hand corner, we got from Team IBM the blue Protoss AtomicUpdate.
Protoss making his first AHGL Season 4 debut.
Yep.
First time he stopped playing stupid soccer and is now playing awesome soccer.
Who's here on the left? Argon.
Ah, yes, spawning in the lower left for ChopperTrading. He probably just upgraded his helicopter very recently. We have the pink Zerg player, UFman.
Clap, 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 clap.
They have a little bowl icon.
Yeah, that's a cool icon. But it didn't take as long to make as our icon, which is sweet. I like the Colossus legs.
Oh yeah.
So in this matchup, it looks like Atomic is doing the similar thing that I do. Hopefully that pylon isn't too close.
Blocking the Nexus? Yeah.
As we'll see in the future. So basically in this matchup, the way I play it, and since the hero is the Protoss in this matchup for us, that's how we'll talk about it, is you wall off at first with your forward fast expand, and then you hope they don't do any Baneling bust or anything for a while, and then you all in some method.
And if it works, you win.
And if it doesn't work, then you make Void Rays. Yeah. And hope that they don't attack for a long time or make any air. Because if they don't do anything for a long time, I've had it happen before where I just made Void Rays and they maxed out their crappy army with like Hydralisks and stuff, and then you just go attack them and win.
That's newly buffed Hydralisks. So did anybody see the WCS games between Jaedong and Haas with the ridiculous cannon rushing?
Yeah, that was exciting. I saw
exciting
a picture
for you.
of it. Yeah, I saw a picture of it and I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah, there was so much crying afterwards on Reddit about how, Protoss is horribly imbalanced. And then Huck actually put out a video that I thought explained it really well, where he was like, listen, when we had the 2-pylon wall-off, people were complaining that Protoss was imbalanced. And then they changed it to make a 3-pylon wall-off, and people were complaining it was still imbalanced. It's like, this was a 6-pylon wall-off. People are still complaining it's imbalanced. It's like, what else do you want?
Yeah, I mean, realistically, if you don't scout 6 pylons going up, it's like, well, I think you probably deserve to lose.
I think it wasn't so much the debate about whether he scouted it, it was the response that they were criticizing him for, because he literally pulled every drone and tried to attack the pylon wall. So Jaedong lost all that mining time and then couldn't break the wall anyway. That was just kind of screwed.
Yeah. I guess if you haven't seen that build before.
Right, I don't know what to do. So we do have a very quick third hatchery coming down from the Zerg here. So he's not doing the 3 it was pull first, but then the quick double expand, kind of the Stefano style build.
Yeah, the start looks strong for Atomic, but then he made his assemblers a little late.
Yeah, he actually, Atomic took a very conservative version. He went Forge, then Cannon, then Nexus.
Yeah, I do that when I don't want to put myself up for getting a run by or anything. That's the I don't want to scout build, where you're like, okay, well, if he has some wings coming, then I should be okay. But it looks like he is starting Warp Gate, so overall this looks pretty decently strong. Here's the third hatchery coming down on the Zerg side, so looks like he's just getting speed. Actually, he hasn't even mined any.
No, he took that
yeah,
extractor, but he's just now starting to mine it, and he's taking a second extractor at the same time. So when you do this 3-hatch opening, if you're doing the original timings that Stefano had back in the day, so yeah, you can see he's putting down the Roachhorn. So it's 6 minutes, you take 2 gas, and then 6:30 you do your Roachhorn and Evo chamber. And then there's a layer in there somewhere. I don't remember the timing of the layer.
Is that for
But
roach
he does-
speed?
Yes.
Okay.
Roach speed and or burrow, I think is how it usually goes. But he's just starting gas, so well, he does have 100 now.
So he had a Robo. There's an interesting poke out. Is he just maybe getting towers?
With the 2 zealots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's nice. I mean, as a Protoss player, if you could, well, he's running right by the towers. Oh, I think he's going to check for a third. He's going to be scouting the wrong location.
Yeah, he's also going to lose all those guys if he gets surrounded. Which they do.
Yeah, so this is bad for Atomic Update, because now he's still in the dark about whether or not there's a third.
Yeah, there comes the lair. And the Spore Crawler, which is nice and safe. This is one of those why not, just put a Spore Crawler in here.
Right. Yeah, in ZVP I do that now, just put a Spore Crawler in every base. It's good against Mothership Core, it's good against Phoenix and Void Raids. If they try to do the Warp Prism, it's good against Dark Templar. It's basically good against everything.
Yeah. If, you know, putting down a little unit can save you the game.
Yep.
Why not?
You might even pick up
So-
an observer if you're not careful too.
Looks like Atomic's just kind of making. This looks like a 4-gate expand type build.
He has started Immortal production and that +1.
Yeah, I mean he's not 2 base like all inning because he's missed his timings if he's done that.
Yeah, this would be pretty late for any sort of Immortal attack because he's only got 1 out. He is starting Robotics Bay, and this will be scouted immediately by the Zerg player.
You should go kill that thing. Kill the Overlord.
He had a Stalker on the map. I don't know if he's...
Hey, what happened to it?
It's out of position. He's actually in the lower right of the main base.
Oh, he's like, you'll never scout us here.
Reminds me of those Carbot cartoons, right?
Yeah. So I mean, I think he's still in the dark, right? His observer is hanging out at the base. So with 4 bases going up and the Zerg not feeling the heat, I think probably needs to start a third pretty soon.
Yep, Zerg macro has basically been going unchecked. His drone count is actually fairly low for 1030 and 3 bases. He's only on 47 drones.
Yeah, but Atomic's like way oversaturated in both bases. So
You do have a Roachling attack approaching the
yeah,
natural
this
here.
is a bad idea from the Zerg.
Right, with those 2 Immortals out and with any sort of decent force fields.
Yeah, pretty much anything going on right now, at this point in the game should be able to kill that attack. So I don't know what's up with the attack, but shouldn't lose the. Kind of missing this force field. We still got a couple guys. I think at this point I would feel really safe to expand.
Take a third.
Yeah, expand, take a third, and. Oh, Immortals versus Roaches, doesn't it hurt?
9 kills between the 2 Immortals.
That hurt you guys to the core. Just watch those like 12 Roaches just melt. Atomic's in really good shape. He really needs to expand. At this point, I would just start massing stuff up and go attack.
It goes expand. Roach Hydra from the Zerg. Colossi and Gateway units from the Protoss.
Yeah, expand, upgrade, get a Twilight. Just keep going. He's in pretty good position now, but against Zerg, you don't want to stop putting the pressure on.
Yeah, he's heading down to what is now going to be the 4th base here. He still hasn't scouted the 3rd that the Zerg put up at the 4-minute mark.
Yeah, this isn't a good attack unless the Colossus comes and the pylon is complete.
He does have one Colossus joining us who will not have Thermal Lance. And here's the Hydras, which, yeah, they do have that buff. They've got 0.5 weapon speed, so these Hydras are now 15% more effective.
He's gonna lose an immortal. That's not good.
No Mothership Core for a recall.
Yeah, but still, I mean, Atomic's still in really good position here. He needs more gates to waste his money.
And then in about 20 game seconds, those Colossi will be a little bit less effective because Corruptors are coming out.
Yeah, it's interesting. AtomicUpdate is also building Phoenix, so he's building both Robo units and Stargate units at the same time.
Yeah, don't make Phoenix, make Void Rays. Wrong one, because you're... Because, yeah, I mean, what always happens is the opponent gets Corruptors, so you want... Phoenix don't do much against those.
Or Swarm Hosts.
Or both.
Yeah, Swarm Hosts just basically ruin the game.
Buckle in, guys. We may be in for a long one.
Swarm Hosts are coming. You have to be really good to dance around Swarm Hosts and not direct them or engage them directly. They pretty much ruin the game. They're pretty much the worst unit created in the history of the world.
The history of all video games ever.
Yeah, I despise them. So, Atomic should probably move a few of his guys over to the 3rd, but he's still in decent position. Again, if he went heavy, heavy Void Ray, I would be happy, because that's what I would do at this point, but he's chugging along. Basically, once you see the Swarm Hosts mass up in size and start getting into good position, that's when things become pretty scary.
Huh. Is Void Ray really a good choice when your composition is Hydra Corruptor?
If you can do Void Rays with a whole bunch of, if you do Void Rays with Colossus, then you're in pretty good shape against Hydra Corruptor.
Yeah, that's a good point. First Void Ray's coming out just for you, Dave.
Yay!
Blink going down to +2, +1 for Hydras, or rather missile attacks for the Zerg, +2 ground attack for Protoss.
Yeah,
Here comes an army attack. I think this is over aggressive from the Zerg here.
Yeah, especially because the Protoss is going to be at an upgrade advantage here. He's 2-1 on the ground versus 1-0 of the Zerg, or 0-0 in the case of the Lings.
He only has 2 Swarm Hosts, so he can't really do that much. I think this is not a very good attack.
Ooh, this is a really bad angle too. Those Colossus can just focus down those Hydras in this choke. It's one reasonable force field. Yeah, those
Good
Colossus
force
are
fields,
doing
yeah.
so much damage. Corruptors are trying to chase them away, but they haven't killed any of them so far. There's 5 of them now. Ground army just melts, and look at that Stalker Warpin.
It's gonna lose all of
Yes.
these Corruptors. Maybe one,
Yes.
2 run away. 2 Swarm
But
Hosts.
yeah, it looks like he's migrating his army to a Swarm Host army mostly. So
Yeah, he hasn't hit that critical mass yet, though. He's got 9 out and 1 more on the way. And 10 Swarm Hosts is not that
and
scary.
look at him pull a Dave in the upper right, having 10 million harvesters on the same mineral pack. So yeah, what we gotta do now is expand, make more Void Rays, make more Colossus, and we should be pretty good.
Yeah, Void Rays were coming out 2 at a time there. +1 air weapons. Pretty good creep spread out of the Zerg player here. He's got about half the map covered.
Not quite Scarlet creep spread, but hey, for us scrubs and AHGL,
Yeah, it's not bad.
it's not bad.
What's that Oracle doing? Not all that much. I think with one spore crawler, I think one oracle beats a spore crawler, does it?
I don't think so. I don't know. One thing I've seen Protoss do, at least at the pro level in the late game, is they'll use oracles for the envision and whatever that other thing is, the reveal thing, when you're fighting swarm host armies.
Oh no.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, this is not what you don't want to do is engage swarm hosts directly. But this is just kind of a messy fight altogether.
Oh no.
Yeah, those swarm hosts are very exposed. Fresh round of locusts are popping, but there's just not that critical mass. We've only got about 10 swarm hosts, and they're
Yeah, he's
all
losing all of
quickly.
them. This actually looks pretty good for Atomic.
Yeah,
There are kind of random losses here, but
but the Protoss is up about 30 supply now, which
Yeah.
PVZ. That's really good for the Protoss.
Zerg is just
Yes,
making
it-
roaches, huh? It looks like Zerg was trying to go for that swarm host and then the spine crawler wall strategy, huh? That Protoss was crying about.
Yeah.
Oh,
should be
look at all the
crying.
zealots.
Yes.
Alright.
Yeah, this looks pretty promising for Atomic. Good blink forward, and this base is not long for this gold.
Zealot dance party.
Yeah. Yeah, this is looking very strong for Atomic. Just not enough Zerg units right now.
Right.
Too
yeah.
many BS Protoss units to take on the BS Zerg units.
Yeah, losing that base hurts the economy of the Zerg. The Protoss
Yeah.
4th is finished up, so now it's
And
4
with
bases
this-
to 3
with
bases.
these, exactly, and with these reinforcements, pretty much game.
Yeah, upgrades are in favor of the Protoss now. It's 3-1 versus 2-1. He's trying to reposition his spine and spore wall, but it's not where the Protoss army is. And this Protoss army is going to break the natural here.
This is the position where the Zerg doesn't want to hit GG because they hate Protoss so much that they're trying to like reel in their anger.
Well, he got it reeled in.
Got it reeled in long enough to be like, good game, Protoss. Yeah.
At least you didn't do a 6 pylon wall
Yep,
up.
yeah, you have to erase the I guess OP race and whatever. I'm sure. Well played by Atomic.
Alright, so that's 1-1 for the series.
Game 3.